Okay, ladies and gentlemen, state of the collection. Haven't done a state of the collection in a while, but I have 6 watches, so I think I can stabilize my collection long enough to do a state of the collection. You don't want to do one if things are coming and going. Pretty much things are stable right here. So this is a second tier watch, a middling watch. It's the SPB 143. We'll start with this one. I want to give you some highlights of every watch. This watch is the first watch ever that allowed me to go small. At 40.5, I don't care how small it is. I love it. And what I love about this watch, it's mid-tier, but unlike most mid-tier watches I've ever had, this one is not weak tea. I do not like weak tea. I like strong tea. When I drink coffee, I want strong, robust, dark Sumatran coffee. There's something very potent and beautiful about this. Very photogenic, very easy to wear. Obviously, if it had an 8L35 movement, it would be more desirable. I'm having no accuracy problems, but I am hearing complaints about the movement from some of you, so just wanted to be honest about that. Love the dial color, warm and rich. The SPB 143 is very desirable. I have this Citizen Echo Drive Retro Diver in classic colors. Very comfortable, Duratect, titanium, scratch resistant, about 46 millimeters across. You can't really feel the watch on your wrist, it's so light, and then you got those 4 edges there, more like a square, almost like a G-Shock square. In about 5 months, Citizen's coming out with a whale shark version of this. It's going to be blue, mottled with white patterns, resembling the patterns on a whale shark. It's going to be 5,000 limited pieces. I have to confess, I'm kind of drawn to getting one. We have my Citizen Frogzilla. Why is this called the Frogzilla? Because it's a fat watch. Look how fat this is. It's like a fat bullfrog with this amphibious coloring here. So I just call it the Frogzilla. A big titanium watch, very comfortable. 41 power reserve. I wish Citizen would make a high-end movement with 70 hours. Look how beautiful the dial is. One of you showed me a photograph of your Orca. Has similar lume markings as the Orca. Very similar. Love the bezel. It's a very unique watch. Love taking this watch to the beach with my daughters. Then we go to my unicorn watch. My Seiko Tuna 0449. Beautiful focus, McMahon. There you go. So, what can I say about this Tuna? This is the sapphire version. It doesn't have the look of the domed crystal hardlex, and I think the domed looks a little better, but I personally am happier with the sapphire. I notice you guys want the Marine Master dial, you don't want Prospects, and it's my understanding there's not a lot of desire for this watch in the market. Most of you want the previous generation of a Tuna. This is a unicorn watch because it's quartz. I'm never going to bond with it the way I do with a mechanical, but I can't sell it. You know, so I've tried to not have a Tuna for the last 12 years. I always have one, so you just got to keep it, even though I only wear it once every week or once every 2 weeks. It's a gorgeous watch. It's quartz though, so it's going to be limited in the bonding. Sometimes you got to keep a watch as a form of rebuy insurance. And so that's what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the watch obsession. Yep, rebuy insurance. All right, now we go to the Umura Diver. This Umura Diver, SLA 051, probably my most perfect watch because of the weight distribution, the balance, the accuracy of the movement, the 8L35 movement, the bracelet, the retro design. If I had one complaint or criticism, and I always tell guys, guys email me, should I buy this watch? I always tell them, maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't buy this. I'll tell you why. Go into a watch store and look at a $500 turtle. and from a distance you really can't tell it apart. Now you hold this up close, and the refinement, the movement, and everything about it, then you realize you're okay, I'm dealing with a higher level watch. But I have a feeling a lot of you would say, no, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a turtle, and I respect that. That's fine. I love the retro design. I love the perfection. It doesn't seem like Seiko cut any corners on this watch. Then we go to my final watch in my collection. Kind of like a bodybuilding watch, Seiko MM300. So Carlos has the blue one. He texted me yesterday. He goes, McMahon, I think they're discontinuing. I had a talk with a Seiko fanboy. He thinks he's been reading articles. This is done. Could be replaced by some version of the SLA 055 case. Could we be saying goodbye to this? So this watch is very satisfying, very filling. You know, it's made me rethink getting a Planet Ocean. You see, the thickness of this, a little under 16. The Planet Ocean's a little under 17. I think this is thick enough. I'm not sure I want to go to 17 on a Planet Ocean. Plus, the dial is nice and toolish and streamlined. And so I'm happy with this watch. What can I say about the Seiko MM300? It's like you'll be reading an article online, and you know the advertisements. There'll be a column of watches flashing, because you know the algorithms. They know where you've been going. They know you're watching stuff on eBay and whatnot. And you know, if I get anxious about a watch or about buying some watch I can't afford or buying some watch I don't need, I put this on. And it's like, okay, I got bit by a snake in the fever swamp, but now I got my Antivenom. This is my snake Antivenom. It calms me down. It's like having a Nicorette patch or Nicorette chewing gum when you're craving to buy a watch that you shouldn't buy. And it's kind of sad, kind of funny, isn't it? That a beautiful watch like this becomes reduced to Nicorette chewing gum or snake Antivenom or whatever you want to call it. Actually, my favorite image for calming down when you put on a beautiful watch like this, and this is beautiful. For those of you who are Seiko fanboys, this is the logical destination for you. I used to watch a show as a kid called Beverly Hillbillies, and whenever the hillbillies were going to withdraw all their cash from the bank, Mr. Mooney would have a fit, and sometimes he would pass out. He would lose consciousness, and his sycophant, Jane Hathaway, she would have to revive him by getting a wad of bills and letting him sniff them, kind of like ammonia salts. and this watch kind of has that effect on me. It resuscitates me. And I have to tell you, I've had a lot of mid-level Seiko, and they're just weak tea, with the exception of the SPB 143 and my unicorn watch, the Tuna. Most of them are just weak tea. You might as well just get this rather than getting a bunch of variations of an MM200. It's going to be cheaper just to get this. What complaint do I have? Well, I don't dive with this. The only diving I do is I get beef jerky and turkey jerky out of the pantry, so I guess we could call this the beef jerky diver. And as a result of that, because I'm not getting corrosion in there or anything, it's probably not going to need to be serviced for 15 years. And right now, your service is sending it to Japan, which doesn't thrill me too much. But I mean, I'm 60 years old. Let's say I have to send this to Japan at 75. Am I really? It's 75. I think I'm going to have other concerns rather than my watch being in Japan. I think when you're 75, you have certain health priorities. So I'm not going to worry. Come on, I'm going to live my life. Final thoughts before I get out of here. If you don't need a mechanical watch, by all means, there's lots of beautiful quartz watches out there that are accurate, that don't need all the fussy service. If you can do that. I tried. Some of you guys who know me, you know, like 3-4 years ago, I tried to go quartz. It didn't work, man. The bonding didn't happen. So I'm back in the fever swamp of mechanical diver watches. But the Seiko M300, it's kind of cured me. I don't want a Planet Ocean. I'm getting a Tudor Black Bay. This is Nicorette chewing gum, whatever you want to call it. Snake Antivenom probably sounds better. Though, let's not use the word venom. I think that was using a TV brand. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for today. Only 6 watches. That's all I can... Hey, I've tried having more than 6. It doesn't work. It's a nervous breakdown situation. So let's go into the calm seas together. Hope you guys are having a great day. And until next time, I'm out.